Hello and welcome to Poetry on the Patio with Pleiades, episode 9. This episode we're calling Step Back. First of all, I want to say that I had to get dressed because, I'm literally a baddie. What am I saying? I was gonna wear some drab clothes, I was gonna look chopped AF. But what is the point in that? I'm not a chopped person. I literally look like this. I'm a baddie. I gotta act like it. Let's get into it, party people, please beans, and they mamas. So today is July 28th, and we are recording for August 4th, 2025. So we are in August now, in a week. Isn't that crazy? Today's Monday, I posted episode 8 today, but so much has happened that we have to get into it. I was like, wow, I'm feeling just so motivated to make my podcast right now. And look, I am wearing my Apple Watch today. Oh, someone pushed our front doorbell. I didn't even hear it because I'm outside. And we've got a new friend. We've got my mom's plant. I think it's called I don't know, it's some kind of rose. But look at these flowers. Such a beautiful, oh, maybe I should show y'all. Maybe I should get up close and show y'all. Yeah, look at those flowers. I hope y'all can see it. Anyway, hope it didn't blur in the view. Let's get it going because it's already been 2 minutes. So, what am I looking forward to with interviews? I'm particularly looking forward to listening to other podcasters. I think I might have mentioned this before, but I am encouraging myself and I'm motivated by the grace of all of my wonderful friends and community members to continue to encourage me to do this. It's only been 1 day, but I think my podcast has 6 likes, which I got 6 likes on my first podcast very easily, but that's because it's the pilot episode and everyone's super excited for you. But I'm just I know that once I bring people to the stage, people will be like, oh my god, you've been on Pleiades' podcast, and people will be talking about it, and then I'm a part of the podcast world. I know I'm already a part of the podcast world, but things get a little different and they change. Oh, you know what, I'm gonna write something else down. See, this is why we have a pencil this time. That's something else that I brought. Oh, and let's talk about this sparkling water. I've been changing every single drink every single time, but we mix and we match because I'm poor and I don't have the money to buy a different flavor every week. I mean, I guess I could if I bought the individual drinks, but I don't. Anyway, it's just the regular flavor of sparkling water. And HEB brand, I'm gonna mix the electrolytes with this one later, and I buy the cheapest electrolytes because we're poor. We're in dark times right now. We're in a recession. Look, come on, let's name it. I don't eat as much. Let's keep it running. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that all because I'm gonna take a step back and dive into these podcasts and all these other ideas of what people do in the world, and I think that's gonna help socialize my podcast more. And that's another step back. I wanted to start my interviews next week, but that's not happening. Also, I keep wanting to put my hair behind my ears because I just particularly like that look today. Oh. Hello. Take a pause because we got some friends. Mateo, it would have been nice to be told that was gonna happen. Maybe my dad texted me. Anyway, I think it's funny. There's a purpose to it all. I wanted to talk about dream interviews. So first of all, as of right now, Defiant Darius, it would be so cool to have him on my podcast. Nicole, the real Nicole, the baddie, it would be lovely to have her. I would love to have them separately, but to do the recordings on the same day I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. They're both in San Antonio, but they're both wonderful rappers and artists. And I have many questions for them. Then there's Snailmate, a traveling touring band, a band that goes all over the world. They're also my friends. That is a dream interview. And a lot of these dream interviews are like in my realm of possibility. Like Kevin Holiday, I also know it would be a blessing to be able to interview Kevin Holiday. And I've got a chance. Also with Snailmate, Defiant Darius, and Nicole, and Michelle. The band Michelle, Soluzi, and Crumb are three of my favorite artists in the world. So yeah, Michelle, I actually have a connect to that band, Joaquina. Just name dropping all these people that I know because like, why not? Like we live in this world for a reason. Oh, LOL. Yeah, I did just get the message now. What a funny time. Yeah, the message about the people fixing our sprinklers. I did not know they were trying to fix our sprinklers. I knew our sprinklers were broken. And we just got this house a year ago. I mean, I know maintenance, but no one's maintaining the house. And that job is gonna fall on me now because I want to take that job to maintain our house and maintain houses in general and maintain my space because I'm an adult and I should know what I'm doing. Okay, let's talk about gratitude, blessings for the podcast and the viewers. Today I was talking to Joaquina about how grateful I am and how blessed I am and how much gratitude I have. Like, no matter what I do it with gratitude. And there's pain and there's gratitude. And there's sadness and there's gratitude. And there's happiness and there's gratitude. But there's always an underlying current of gratitude, which is so nice. That's something I had to build up for myself. Sorry, I see a wasp. But it's like a little wasp. It's not like a big wasp. But yeah, I was telling Joaquina that I found like so much self-love for myself, and I want to describe this because I feel like this is a gift for my viewers. And so I was sitting by myself, and like, you know, not all of y'all are ready to meet me where I'm at right now because some of y'all will hear this and be like, oh, well, I think I'm beautiful, I think I'm sexy, I think I'm amazing. But it's like, well, you're complimenting yourself, but do you really love yourself? So I want to talk about self-love for a moment. Basically, the other day I had to sit with myself. I had to sit with myself for like a couple of things. Like I have to witness my emotions. I have to process, but I have to be the witness. I have to see it happen. It's more than just processing, because you can process disassociated. Anyway, so there is me sitting by myself. Well, actually, this was happening when I was driving, which is like the craziest part. But like I'm so second nature when I drive. It's just instinct for me at this point. I'm a wonderful driver. It's like I'm walking, but fast. But yeah, I was like thinking about the love that I've had for friends, for family, for crushes, and like the love that is the overwhelming, purest love of like, I'm so glad this person exists. I want to live with them. I want to be around them. I want to see them in their happiest form. I think that they are pure people even when they harm others because I know that's not their intentions. And to see that beautiful love in my friends, it was so easy to just transmute it and push it towards myself and be like, feel it for yourself. Like, feel what it feels like if you felt that for yourself. And it's not just like, oh, that person's so attractive, oh, that person's so beautiful. No, it's like genuine, pure love. And it was like, wow, that's how you love yourself. Like, that is self-love. And that has stayed with me since. And I've learned that, and that's just so amazing and so beautiful. And I wanted to share that with y'all because that self-love that I feel is the same love that I feel towards y'all. It's the same things that are giving me these blessings. I went from 3 subscribers to 55 subscribers in 2 months, and I had 3 subscribers for 13 years. So just imagine how grateful I feel. I can't express it. I can't tell you how, like, each one of y'all that have been a part of my journey, that have come, gone, stayed, left, anything, even for a moment, even just a like, even just a comment, it means so much to me. This is like a dream come true, you know? It's literally like, I've always loved podcasters and the ideas, and now I'm getting to love podcasting for myself. So I'm gonna take a little break, you know, genuinely a break this time. Okay, y'all, we're back on air, and first things first, I just checked my YouTube channel and I actually have 56 subscribers now, so we are on the up. We are on the up, folks. Did I leave my glasses inside? My glasses. Okay, you know what? I'll be right back. Because you can still hear me if I talk. And that's really crazy. Yeah, I'll just put that on for some reason. All right. I'm just gonna keep going, I guess. So, what has podcasting taught me? Depth-wise, it has taught me to listen more. I talk so much on my podcast anyway. I'm like, well, if people really want to get to know me, they can just see my podcast, because I got a lot of things to say. So it's given me a chance to listen more, especially in group settings. I'm not a good group setting kind of person. Sorry, wow, that worked. Another wasp was coming like right towards me, and I was just like, you saw what I did. That is animalistic. I love being a little animal. Okay, yeah, what else has it taught me? It has taught me to study. I've been reading a lot more, and not only do I read a lot more, I've been reading very, very quickly. And because I've been reading so quickly and so much, I've also like focused a lot about neuroplasticity. I read this article the other day, and I keep forgetting to tell Joaquina about it, but the article was about a bunch of old men who had been locked, well, they were under an experiment that they had consented to, of course, but they were locked in a home where they had no mirrors, and the only photos that they had of themselves was of their 20-year-old selves. So this is like a group of like 60 to 80-year-old men, and the men seeing only 20-year-old pictures of themselves, and they treated themselves as they were 20 years old, and they talked to each other as if they were in their 20s. And anytime they got a check-in with the doctors or the experimenters, researchers, whatever, they were also documented as like 20 years old, you know? So that gave them the neuroplasticity and the cognitive functions and the biology, like the chemical changes in their body were processing as if they were 20-year-olds. And so I was like, well, I'm 24, so like I'm not gonna be able to do it like I'm 20 years old, so let's do like I'm 7 years old. And because I've been pretending like I'm 7 years old, I've been more myself. I talk exactly like how I've been talking when I was 7 years old, which is really quickly. I just need to get my words out, and I have a voice, I have something to say, and it's very important. So my podcast has been reflecting that. And then also in my day-to-day life, like I've been reading faster because I've been, oh yeah, right, a 7-year-old can read collegiate level words and vocabulary terms. You just have to let them. Don't give them no like 5th grade level reading. Oh, you'll get there when you get there. Like, no, just read. Read whatever you want. Read what feels right. Learn the words. Learn the vocabulary. Do it on your own time. Do what's intuitive. So yeah, my 7-year-old self, like I'm basically getting I get to live as if I'm 7 years old, and sorry, there's like a bunch of pests over here. I get to live like I'm 7 years old, and at the same time my body has been functioning better. Like honestly, my body is going through a lot of biological changes and shifts. Like when I've been running every day outside. That's another thing from doing the podcast. I was like, oh, let's start a podcast, and then I did. Oh, let's cut my hair, and then I did. Oh, let's go on a run, and now I do. And so like when I go on a run, I smile, I sing, and I just do as much as I can, because we live in Texas and this heat is unbearable, but when you get used to the heat, it's more bearable. And yeah, so I've been running, and I literally told myself today, this morning, like after, like right before this, when I was talking to my aunt when I was reading, I told her, I was like, my body feels like how it did at 16 years old, like when I was in marching band and I would come home from like a long day and I'd be so exhausted. But now that I'm more intuitive and I know myself better, I know that, oh, right, this means my body's calling for rest, and I'm not going to shy away from it, because I know that like rest can be found in a lot of ways. Like my brain can keep going, but maybe I can rest while sitting down and like reading, or sitting down and writing my notes, or sitting down and working on my podcast, because I love to talk. So yeah, this is considered me resting, because this morning I did go on a run, and after I went on my run, I started my day. Like literally, I wake up and I'm like, oh, there are 2 wolves inside of me, one that wants to take a nap and one that wants to run. So you know what, I'm gonna listen to the runner. That's what I've been doing. And so let's talk about more growth, right? We're stepping back and we're looking at the growth. We went through portals. We started a summer dive because the summer was happening, and I learned how to swim. We opened up because it was starting to talk. I was starting to talk about like really deep things in the podcast, and I had to open up. I got into the intrusive reflections, the reflections that come in even when I don't want them to. We talked about Pride Month. I'm talking about all of the titles. And you know, I don't have the first two podcasts because the notes were on the little pants tag and the napkin, but it's fine, you know, so much has changed, and we're taking a step back and we're looking at that growth. So we also want to talk about the growth for my plants and Joaquina. Joaquina and I have been growing a lot with each other. I'm pretty sure like as much as I learn from them, they learn from me, and that's what's so beautiful. And I feel that in all of my friendships these days, like Aaliyah, literally everyone. And so the growth for my plants, and I wanted to bring this up after talking about after talking about Joaquina, because Joaquina bought 10 of my plants, and like, you know, if I wasn't like a loving person, if I wasn't so affectionate towards my friends, then I don't think I would feel so much love for my plants, because all my plants do have like a certain relationship with me. Like there was this person that I got into like some kind of situationship, I'll call it, and they gave me 2 plants, and then another friend gave me a plant, and like, you know, my mom gave me some plants, but Joaquina buying 10 plants for me, like I went from 40 to 50 plants, and it's like, yes, I'm gonna be able to take care of my plants that I already have, but now I need to integrate these new plants, and while I integrate these new plants, they teach me things about my other plants, and all of my plants teach me things about myself. And you know, like having a child, like when you have a child, you don't want the child to go through grief alone, so you hold the grief with them, unless you're emotionally immature, which I've seen a lot of parents who are children, but like my emotionally immature children parents, when my great-grandfather died, who was an artist and created the first art college in Bangladesh. Yes, you've heard that here, folks, from me. My great-grandfather created the first art college in Bangladesh. That is a huge thing for my family, and I hate these flies. They're pests. They're all over the place because of all these flowers. I gotta figure this out. See, I'm the one doing the maintenance because I have the time to, and me having the time for the maintenance will save money, time, and energy for all of us. And you know what? That saves everyone. Community. Anyway, that idea of holding the grief with your child is like my plants and like my mom's plants and like all of these friends, you know, like, oh, look at this. This is showing you there's some emotional damage. All these leaves falling off, and then the bugs want to eat the broken leaves and also the leaves that are alive, and it's like those are the emotional, like your plants, they show you all the things that you have inside internally. Like if I'm emotionally indulging myself, you'll see that indulgence in my plants, because I'll get fungus gnats because I'm watering them too much. Okay, and then I want to say that I'm taking a step back from interviews. It's okay, because one thing at a time, slow down. My podcast and book is slowing down right now, and right now my album needs to speed up, because we talked about next month going hermit crab mode, because I need to focus on my album. And everything will happen in its own time, so the days that I can get my book to be edited, it's coming. There's some people in my life that are muses for me. I want to make music for. I want to make art for, so like I know it's coming, and just because I'm slowing down in like one thing, like socially, and in another, like just because I'm taking a step back in some places does not mean I'm taking a step back everywhere. So album goals, or sorry, August goals. Album, fashion show. My friend Zero is having a fashion show. I'm not sure if I can go there, but all my friends are literally making the fashion show. All my friends are models for the fashion show. Zero said that they were mad at me that I did not audition for a model position, but I was working on my book then. So all my friends are going to be in the fashion show and also going to be attending. And I felt so bad. I still feel bad. I don't know what Zero is gonna say, but I did ask to be there, like to basically just crash the party. We'll see, because it's like $25, you know. Anyway, we'll see. If you're here, you're queer. Also, Joaquina and Snake are gonna come to my birthday party. That's like my biggest thing socially that's gonna happen next month, because I'm such a social person, and I need my birthday party to be surrounded by people I love, you know. Okay, now we're gonna talk about 2 other things before I finish off for today. Oh, it's interesting because I wrote about my 7-year-old self on my notes. Like, I wanted to talk about that, but I've already talked about it. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about is how freaking funny it is that I did mention Kyle last time by name. I freaking name dropped. So, like, why am I gonna back up now? Like, say it with your entire chest, Pleiades. And I will. Man, you hurt me. It hurts physically. And you know what? You hurt me so physically that I decided I did not want to have casual sex anymore. And that's crazy. That is insane. Like, I'm gonna take my STD test later this month, or in August, you know. It's later this month now in this podcast. I'm already thinking like that. But I'm gonna take my STD test, and then I'm gonna cancel all my other STD tests because I'm going celibate. I'm gonna focus on myself. I love lying for personal gain. Sorry, that's like a... It's funny because I don't always lie. But when I lie, I believe it. And that sounds evil. I literally am such a truthful person, and sometimes I lie, and I'm very bad at lying. And you can feel it. And I'm talking about something very specific here, with one person specifically, so let's name drop. Gus. Because I don't think he watches this podcast. No, he just wants time. He just wants my attention. So desperate for attention. Like, it's honestly giving obsessed. And it makes me sad, so I had to lie. Because I didn't want to lead this person on. And, like, there was other ways that I could have said it, but it was just what I was feeling in the moment, and it was my honest truth in the moment. So maybe it sounds like a lie now, but it was not always a lie. Okay. And then I want to talk about my crush. It doesn't matter. It's just like having a crush is so crushing, you know? That's why they call it that. So if you know, you know. Most of y'all know what is going on in my life in this time period. If you know me in person, that is. If you know me from a parasocial relationship, or just online, or you're just watching my life, then you probably don't know this. But I had a crush on someone that was one of my friends, and they're probably watching right now, so hello. You see how honest I am. You know me, and you probably knew I was going to talk about this, because I have a big mouth. And you know, whatever love is coming for me is coming for me, and like, I do badly wants to be loved the way that I deserve to be loved, but I need it to be the right person and the right relationship. So I'm in exactly the place that I need to be. Like, I'm so confident in myself, I'm so grounded, I'm so centered, and I'm accepting, and I'm moving on, and I'm moving forward. So I told this person this morning that I liked them. I basically just told them, and it was such a good conversation. It was such a wonderful conversation, like, truly, madly, deeply. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Because first of all, it is my podcast. I'm allowed to talk about whatever I want. But also, I've not always been this type of person to just like openly talk about what I've done and what I'm doing and what's going on day by day, because that was earlier today that I confessed to them, like I called them. And it could have been embarrassing. Like, I mean, so many things are embarrassing, but it was just my truth. And I deserved to move on. I deserved not to hold it in my soul. And it was very heavy. It was crushing. And now it's not. Now I'm at peace. And I'm moving on. And maybe I've even moved on. And you can say, like, oh, you didn't really like them if you moved on so quickly. You can say that. But I have been a witness to my grief. I sit with it, and I go through the process of denial, bargaining, anger, depression, acceptance in the ways that, you know, it needs to be done. So yeah, I witnessed my grieving, and then I got over it. I was like, no, I deserve to move on. Like, maybe there's like a little piece of me, a little pie, but the whole pie, the majority of the pie is fine. And that's the thing, I told my friend Joaquina too, like, I've built so much gratitude in my life. It's a practice, and it's a muscle now. It's a muscle memory for me. So even when I'm sad, like, that little bit of sadness is overshadowed by the by the gratitude, overlighted by the gratitude. And so yeah, I'm gonna take a little pause right there, a little break, and then we're gonna talk about what's going on next week, and then we're gonna be done with this episode. Mashallah. Oh. Yeah, okay, let's do these last 10 minutes. Oh, I look half chopped. I will say that. Like, my hair is greasy, which is okay. I've been swimming and stuff, so. Okay, we're gonna talk about what I'm doing next week. I've only got like 5 minutes to do this. So next week, stop asking what the world can do for you and start asking what you can do for the world. I want to talk more about me protesting since I was 14, doing better with burnout, how I show up in the world. I want to talk about visibility versus responsibility. Oh, God, we're getting to good topics now. I want to talk about spiritual versus political path and how it's actually the same. And what's next in my life? What do I invite my listeners to do in theirs? God damn. If you're not telling me I'm doing some good work with this podcast, then you are wrong, because I've been changing week by week. And so yeah, now I'm gonna take the last couple of minutes to first of all lay down, because I love the feeling of my feet off of a swing set. And I love the imagery that it gives. I think like I take up a lot more space when I'm laying down on the camera. Also, yeah, I wanted to say that it's a one-man show, dude. I record, I am the host, I am the editor, I'm the one who thinks of the podcast notes. I do everything. I'm a well-oiled machine. And yeah, I'm just gonna get better and better week by week. That's what I've decided. I really particularly enjoy my breaks between recordings. Also, I've been very anxious. I had nail polish and now all of my nails are off, my feet, my fingers included. God, anxiety shows up in wild ways, but it's a balance. It's a work in progress. Now I have to finish taking off the rest of these nails so I can do them again. And hey, I kept them up for quite a while, like a week or two, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Okay, I'm gonna take this last minute to do what I always do. Party people, pleasians, and they mamas, you know I love you. Oh, also there's one last thing that I wanted to say, because these are a moment in time, and I will never get this moment in time ever again. I was 160 pounds coming off of my birth control pills. Before that, I was 150 pounds. I gained 10 pounds on birth control pills in general. Now I'm 153.7 pounds. So I have lost almost 7 pounds. I'm doing great. And that's just a couple of weeks off of birth control pills. So let's keep going. Let's get the strongest that I've ever gotten, right? That's why I'm running. That's why I'm eating. That's why I'm taking care of myself. So y'all, do the same. Take care of yourself, take care of your hobbies, run, exercise, take care of your friends, take care of your family, take care of your loved ones. Charge your phone. Let it die. I don't know. Do what's best for you. Educate yourself. Read a book. Make choices. Change your life. Jump through portals. Believe in miracles. Jump through hoops. Enter some loops. Spiral upward instead of down. Don't dig yourself into a hole. Don't dig yourself into a well. Make the staircase, not of other people. Don't step on others. Just step on history and don't repeat it. And with that, thank you guys so much for being here and listening. 30 minutes feels great. I love y'all. Until next time.